completo and I hope it's so positive when I order my album or that
I'm sitting in front of my laptop. There is a small window on the bottom right corner of my screen, with rows of buttons. When I press a switch, in my case, the switch is on my headrest, rows of those buttons are highlighted sequentially. I press the switch again to select a row, then again to select a button.
this is a comment of comfort cold switch scanning.
With this simple idea, I can invoke keyboard keys, mouse arrows, and even perform keyboard shortcuts, open apps and trigger other accessibility features.
This video can celebrate by being no matter what my brother and the component in the world for
Now let's take this one step further.
I was made able to about technology the market of experts and that in oil and these are
To design an app that allows me to fly with only head movements. Here is how it works. I have switches on my headrest, which are connected to the Xbox controller. On the app, we have designed a scanning interface. It alternates between 2 flight commands per switch, meaning I can activate 8 commands using only 4 head switches. I can use switch control to activate head tracking. This is a feature on Apple devices that tracks the angle of my face and, accordingly, moves a cursor on the screen.
I can select buttons begin and open my expression.
Using switch control, I press the Start Motors button. Then, I press the switch assigned to the throttle command and hold throttle up to take off.
I can then orientate my car during the expression.
For more complicated, varied flight operations, I can assign the purple on-screen POC to perform typical joystick movements. Here, for example, I am assigning the throttle command to the vertical axis of the on-screen POC. I'm moving the POC down here to lower the simulated aircraft. I then have the option to assign horizontal POC movements. I am assigning yaw here. On the iPad, I'm moving the POC both horizontally and vertically. Accordingly, the simulated aircraft is yawing and changing its altitude. This app is designed for single touch point access. In this instance, I tap pitch forward. When I grab the on-screen puck, the pitch forward movement combines with the puck's movements. This gives me the ability to control pitch, throttle and yaw, all with a single touch point. Here, I am simultaneously pitching forward, throttling up, and yawing left. I then throttle down, stop yawing, and pitch forward to maintain heading and altitude. I then ease my aircraft down and left, maintain the new heading for a few seconds, before turning into the final leg, all while varying the throttle to avoid the ground. This box circuit represents a practical flight test required by the Australian Civil Aviation Safety Authority in order to become a remote pilot. Our app has proven that it's possible to fly this circuit using only head movements. It also proves that it's possible to maintain visual line of sight of the aircraft at all times.
Vuestra obligación es oficial en aire. Vuestra obligación la más como
Both the Microsoft Xbox controller and the iPad are mainstream solutions. The app is built using standard code from DJI, so this entire solution is off-the-shelf and therefore inexpensive and reliable. I have a roadmap for where I want this to go, which includes external joystick support, more support for using multiple switches at once, a more accessible app UI with bigger buttons and larger text, and a variometer for audio feedback, and more. I've designed this app myself for my needs as someone with quadriplegic CP. However, with a few design changes, this app will be useful for people with a wide range of needs. If you are interested in helping me test this app and taking it to the next level, please contact me via my website. I have a future as a photographer and cinematographer because of this technology.
And I think everyone has the right to express their creativity.